Alright, so now if we are going to break down the end results between Obama and McCain in 2008, you can take a look here at the internet's impact on what happened in that election. Some of these stats are truly startling. If we have time in class, we'll try to bring this in and talk about it this week. But a couple things that are true mismatches here. Well, they're all true mismatches. But if you take a look at down below, the cost or the total amount of time people spent watching each campaign's videos, 14.6 million hours for Obama and less than 500,000 hours for John McCain. Now, while it's important to have viral videos and people watching them, in and of itself, we're also talking about dollars and cents here. The amount of money saved for each campaign was enormous, right? Obama's campaign saved almost $47 million compared to only $1.5 million for John McCain. So you're able to more efficiently direct your message while at the same time being more effective in actually shaping how the campaign is moving forward. Number of Twitter followers, number of Facebook friends. These are just enormous discrepancies, and I think maybe these numbers, more than most other things, showed that if you wanted to compete in this new internet era, you're going to need to try to be much more like Obama in 2008 and much less like John McCain. Now, as we move forward, looking at those 2008, or moving from 2008 into 2012, we can notice the the media expenditures for those 2 years. This tells a huge story of what actually changed between Obama's first and second campaign. You'll notice right off the bat that media consultants, the experts in how to use not only internet but also traditional media, but especially these new technologies, new tools, became centerpiece in 2012, moving from $10 million, $11 million in 2008 to $320 million in 2012. Broadcast media expenditures cut in half, internet media expenditures nearly double. Print media drops almost completely off the table. And this is telling at least one snapshot of telling the changing story in what's happening from 2008 to 2012, and how just because Obama was successful in 2008, things did not stay the same. They're continuing to evolve, they're continuing to innovate and improve as they move things forward. And as we move towards 2012 and looking at Obama's second election, and his challenge with in his election against Mitt Romney, we can notice a couple things. First of all, we know that since we've looked at this before, but internet is becoming an increasingly important source of news for people who are trying to find out information, trying to become informed, trying to stay informed on what's going on in the campaign and what's happening in terms of their particular team, if you want to call it that, right? If you are a partisan Republican, if you're a partisan Democrat, people are increasingly using the internet to try to follow that information. Another really important piece in 2012 was campaign fundraising. To take a look at this, we're going to switch over to opensecrets.org, which is a remarkably impressive website, taking a look at sort of opening up the closed doors of everything having to do with politics and money. And as we look at the 2012 presidential race, we see that 2012 was the first billion-dollar election, with both campaigns and their supporting organizations raising over $1 billion each. And as we scroll down here, we can notice a few really important things. First of all, Obama raised $700,000 or so, Romney raising $400 plus, and obviously their expenditures and cash on hand are important. But what's most important is what's happening down below, the overall spending, what they're calling the blue team and the red team. The reason why they're calling it blue and red team is because that's including the super PACs and the party contributions that are coming in, and we see that this unbelievable number of $1 billion was eclipsed by both candidates. The source of funds were also really important. We see that small individual contributions made up a much larger total for Obama than it did for Romney. But notably here, Obama did not receive the majority of his individual fundraising from small individual donors, those donating under $200 apiece. The majority still came from large individual donors, potentially more along the lines of traditional fundraising. When we look at top contributors, definitely suggests something about who was supporting each of these candidates, with Obama being supported mainly by tech industries and universities, and Mitt Romney being supported straight down the line, at least the top supporters, being in the finance sector and in business. So this is potentially not surprising, but what's really important is that all this information is available, and Open Secrets is a great place to find all this information.